Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like...
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Buffalo Bills and the Arizona Cardinals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Ready up! 19 tight! 19 tight! 19 Tigers! 19 Tigers! Go!
They start the drive with Cook, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now left side on this swing pass, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
We can talk all we want about strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On second down, Cook. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go now!
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Donaldson. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards.
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Second and 8 coming from the 19. Murray going to throw. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught at the 20. A huge play there for Arizona. 48 yards. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Cliff Kingsbury here on 4th down trots out the field goal unit. This a 31-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Back to 60, back to 60.
To throw again, Donaldson. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Murray now to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 6. First down, Bills.
Ready? 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready?
Back to throw. Donaldson.
Finds Hines again for the completion.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Off play action. Donaldson. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Off the play fake. Donaldson.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's got some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. But receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray now. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Bills are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen earlier? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Donaldson.
Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 60 as his guys are able to extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Bills 10, Cardinals 9.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They fake the handoff, now Murray. He's going to loft one, deep left side here.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe.
Let's go now. 18
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0.
Cardinals, nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Swim.
Throwing now is Murray. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Gregory Rousseau
In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken at the 46. Oh, able to avoid him. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Donaldson. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Off play action. Donaldson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory even if they don't get it, though. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, Buffalo.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Donaldson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Running for it, here's Cook. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go!
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
18, 5 here. 19 tight, 19 tight.
On 1st down, Donaldson.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Go!
2nd and 9.
Ready.
Back to throw. Donaldson. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Looking to throw. Donaldson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now they'll pitch it out here. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Murray going to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Play fake. Murray. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now Murray's got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Bills are going to get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It's complete to Diggs, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
The offense on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Off play action. Donaldson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there, with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
The extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now Murray off play action. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Boy, going for it at this stage in the second half, back in the shadow of your own goalpost. Explanation, please, Mr. Davis.
I'm not sure I'm going to give you a great one, but here's a thought that I had. I wonder if maybe instead of going for it with your offense and announcing your intentions, that maybe you run out your special teams and fake it. Because even though teams say, hey, we plan for the fake all the time, I know from experience, you look at the situation, there's no way they're going to fake it here, and they probably had a better chance if they tried it that way.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Cook. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Cook will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard.
And now here is another interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
But not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Play action. Now it's Murray rolling to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. They find some open field here. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They try again with Cook. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for Buffalo, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Arizona, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Boys make major moves, still the same ones that I came with. Up in a payment, told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my flow is unshakable. Run it up, I cannot quit it. I need it, I ain't where I wanna be. I can admit it. Never submitting, I'm fighting my darkest of thoughts. I am a force. I harbor the light that's inside of my heart. I write in my art and give you my story. You the witness. I came on a mission to give you my pain and give you my glory. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining. Nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. I overcame all the odds. I ain't been playing it safe, nah. I was just giving my all. I'm taking it there. Hop in the Wraith and we lay in the stars. I made it happen to boss, yeah. I was just playing my cards. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. It's gonna be a riot, doubt me it's quiet. I got the can of gas, I'm about to ignite. I am driven, I won't ever get tired, cause I've been left behind, I have to get right. Waiting on the sign, now I just wait on myself. Got nothing weighing on the mind. One thing I learned after all this time, the mountain you carry meant for you to climb. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me.
Let me dumb it down, Benjamin. We not equivalent.